Podcast, muscle and fluff. Dad Bod Podcast, yeah, we keep it tough. Dad Bod Podcast, something you can feel. Dad Bod Podcast, keep it so real. Dad Bod Podcast, muscle and fluff. Dad Bod Podcast, yeah, we keep it tough. Dad Bod Podcast, something you can feel. Dad Bod Podcast, yeah, keep it real. And welcome everyone to the Dad Bod Podcast. The perfect blend of muscle and fluff with your boy, Raymond Gritty Green, the sexiest dad bod alive. Welcome, let's get it, let's go! Yo, what's good, what's popping, what's crackulating, what's percolating, all that. Good morning, or almost afternoon, good brunch. It's your boy Raymond Gritty Green here, and this is the Dad Bod Podcast. And check it out, there's no better place to be. I am back, all right? You hear what I got to say? I am back. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. I want to tell everybody tuning in, if you get a chance to tune in, where you share it, like it, all that good stuff, please do. I am excited today because I'm excited to be back. I'm excited because I got some cool people with me today. There's a lot to talk about. Oh, man, what's going on with my headphone? All right. Got one side of the head bigger than the other. But it's going to be an exciting show. That's all I got to say. But let me get a few things out the way real quick. What I need everyone to do is to go to the actual website, dadbodpc.com. That's DADBODPC.com, right? And if I could share it here with you, I'm going to share it with you real quick. Let's see here. Share my screen here. Bring it up. It should come up in just a second. Let's see here. Right here. What I want you to do is go to the website. Just go to the website. Click on store. Because guess what? I got t-shirts. I got hoodies. You can even stream the podcast from my website. Look, it's all there. It's all right there. But what you do is hit on store. All that good stuff. There's t-shirts, hoodies in there. If you click on sponsors, look, those t-shirts are cool. I got masks for the people still rocking masks, at least you can be stylish and profiling, you know what I'm saying? The coffee cup when you're listening to me early in the morning or in the evening, you just want a warm cocoa or something, put it in your dad bod, add to your little dad bod stomach, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what the dad bod is. It's a perfect blend of muscle and fluff. You can click on sponsors on my website. I got some really cool stuff in there. I got BK Republic gear in there, which has been one of the main people that's been working with the Dad Bod. You can get headphones from Soul Nation. Dad Bod is partnered up with Soul Nation. You can get the true wireless earbuds, the S Gears. They real fly. They sound great. They're true wireless, waterproof. Yo, get it. I got CBD, Delta 8. If you want to get that little buzz on, you want to rise above the rest a little bit, but don't want to get too way out there with the head thing going, get your body right a little bit. I got Delta 8. Just click on the links right there. You get some discounts just for going to the Dad Bod Podcast. And I wanted to let you know, hey, check this out. Please share again. All right. I got some really, I'm going to get into it because, it is what it is. The world has been moving. The world has been changing. But one of the things about the Dad Bod Podcast that I like to do is have an underlining positive tone, an underlining message. Even though we might wild out, even though we might be having fun, but one thing I want to leave is an impression on people to plant, seeds of light and love. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about, light and love, right? But today's message is check thyself before you wreck thyself. You know what I'm saying? Like self-accountability. But we'll get into that later. Real quick, I got two special guests on the show today. Right? It's about to be hot flame fire. I have the wonderful, absolute pleasure to introduce you to one of the fastest rising celebrity bloggers, vloggers, journalists, whatever you want to you want to put it, I don't know, she got her own lane about things, and that's really cool. And I like the way that she does it. Huge following all over Instagram. One of the people, I just happened to reach out because I like the content. And I said, listen, I'm putting together my show back together. I sound like the Blues Brothers. I'm coming back together. I'm putting the band back together, but I wanted to do something different. The Dad Bod podcast is just not all about the dads. We got to have some flavor. We got to have a little bit of that flavor, add a little bit of caramel cocoa up in there, bring some ladies aboard, because guess what? Dad, you can't get no insight without the ladies, and that's real talk. But I brought her on here because I was watching an episode of Everybody Hates Chris. And Chris's father used to sneak and watch Oprah when Rochelle was gone and when all the kids was gone. He would sit down and watch those talk shows and soap operas while everybody was gone. That's some true stuff. We watch Oprah. If you say you didn't watch Oprah, you're lying. If you didn't say you watched some of those daytime shows, you didn't watch Maury, or you didn't watch some of those other shows, and you be sitting on the couch like almost about to cry, but you too little strong because then it hits you, but you can say I ain't gonna cry out, but you be like, all right, and then you kick it off. We did. That's why I brought her on the show, because she be having that tea, and sometimes we sit back and we watch the tea and be like, I wouldn't have did that. We do that. So, without further ado, I want to bring on my girl, Tia SQUIRES, the world famous with Tea with Tia. I said with Tea with Tia. It's Tea with Tia. I'm bringing her on right now. I got one more for you. Another special guest. Another one. I'm going to bring him up too, but I'm going to bring her up. What's up, Tia?
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for such a great welcome. And yes,
Awesome.
Tea with Tia. I know it does trip people up a lot, but I'm glad to be here. You got to sprinkle a little bit of the ladies in here. So Thank you for having me on your Dad Bod podcast. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. I'm so excited to have you here. I think it trips me out, the people that you've interviewed. You're from the Bull City, am I right? You're
yes,
from the Bull City. Bull City. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I like to see people flourish from the Bull City, from the Tobacco Road, from this area, because we need to see that. The young kids around here need to see that. They need to see people, especially our melanated, wonderful Black women, excel in different aspects of life. They just don't have to be a rapper. You just don't have to be a dancer. You can actually use a lot of intellect to do what you do. Mm-hmm. You research stuff. You read. The secrets are hidden in books, right?
Definitely a lot of work.
Yeah, yes. Definitely a lot of work, right? All right. So, Tia, glad to have you here. We're going to get into it in just a second. I got one other person I want to introduce today. Oh, man. I don't know how to explain it. He's a near and dear friend of mine. One of the coolest, smoothest cats I know. He's a world traveler. He's also a thinker too. One of the coolest, one of my co-hosts of the Men's Gravy, and if y'all haven't checked that out, y'all got to check it out. Men's Gravy. Now that show is strictly men. It's like if you ever watch Married with Children and you remember No Ma'am, that's like the No Ma'am of the internet. We just go in on there. So hey, Men's Gravy. Okay. But y'all can tune in too. Y'all, matter of fact, that'll give you insight on the dudes, what we be thinking, because we don't know what we be thinking. But anyway, I got the one, the only, world famous, my boy, Nole Picante, the international, and you got to say it all together. That's the whole name. Nole Picante, the international boss player. Bring him in.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
What's up?
Hey,
what's up?
How's everybody doing?
The international boss
so
player.
Happy to be here. Man, it's so nice to be in the presence of a lovely woman today. So nice, so nice.
Thank you.
Tia, I got to say this now. I asked Gritty, I said, so who's the guest? and he didn't tell me, and I see why. Because he was on, I know in his mind, he was like, man, he gonna try to holler at her, he gonna say something crazy, and then she ain't gonna come on the show. I know it's how he was thinking. I said, okay, I just deal with it. I'll meet her when we get here and we just flow.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, Mr.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well.
International boss player.
Thank you.
Hey, and you know what? Guess what? They already got the Breakfast Club, right? I'm gonna call this the Dad Bod Brunch Club. This is the Dad Bod Brunch Club. This is chicken and waffles. This is the tea time with avocado toast and turkey bacon. You know what I'm saying? This is what this is right now. And I'm like excited about this. So Tia, tell us a little bit about yourself. Let the people know, and in the Dad Bod world, who you are, where you come from, what you like to do, and let the people know a little bit about yourself.
All right, hello everybody. My name is Tia, and I am the creator and host of Tea with Tia. I am a celebrity blogger. I am a host. I am a journalist. I do celebrity interviews. Some of my notable interviews be Carol Baskins. I've interviewed most of all of the Power cast. I've done Ricky Smiley, 50 Cent. A lot of people. I can go on and on. I'm from Durham, born and raised, Bull City, very proud. I am 33 years old. And contrary to belief, I'm actually kind of shy, but not when I'm like in my own element. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, you don't come across as shy right now, and you in a good place. We got you over here. We got your back over here, Tia. So real quick, I gotta touch on this. You interviewed the whole cast from Power.
Yes, everybody except for maybe Ghost and Tariq. I've interviewed. Do you watch Power?
Oh man,
I'm a Power fan. I watch Power every day.
Okay, so I've interviewed.
That's my youngest arrested for me.
I've interviewed Sax twice. I interviewed Drew Tejada, Lorenzo, Courtney Kemp. I did have a chance to speak with 50 and Method Man during the NAACP Image Awards press conference.
Oh, wow.
But I have spoke to Tariq and Braden. I'm using their character names for people who it's easier to follow.
Yeah. Well, so. people be mad at Tariq in real life. He was talking about that. He was like, man, I be walking down the street and people be mad at me in real life. Like, why you do that, Tariq, you dummy? And stuff like that. Real quick, I want to say, you said Method Man, Wu-Tang is forever. Wu-Tang is forever, y'all. But anyway.
So I have had a chance to speak to both Braden and Tariq. They said they want to do interviews, but it's just been hard with their schedules. And they have a podcast.
Now, one thing I would love to see you do, if you get to interview Braden, I keep up with a little bit of Power buzz. Like I said, I'm a Power buff. I watch at least one episode every day, or parts of an episode. I just love the show and the writing. Now, I heard that there's some type of little rift between Tommy and Braden right now off camera, like when they have events. I don't know how deep it goes. And I think they got like a little commentary from Braden out there, but none from, Joseph Sikora, Tommy. So like, I don't know. Have you heard anything about that or seen that?
No, I actually haven't heard that. That's interesting though.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think from Braden's standpoint, he said he felt like when there's like a Power event, it's like I think Tommy's been a little standoffish to him, or throwing a little shade to him. So like, I don't know what's going on there. I was like, man, I gotta follow this, man, like, because like they weren't really in the same series, but Braden was on the original Power.
Yeah, they were.
Like, oh, what's going on here, man?
Yeah, I haven't heard that. But sometimes fans will make up their own little narrative, so you have to watch out for fake news. My tagline is Team No Fake News. So I haven't heard that. But that doesn't mean it's not true, but I necessarily haven't heard that. And Joseph, Tommy, he's a really nice guy. I've had a chance to speak with him as well. We talk often on Twitter.
Man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey, so real quick, I want Nole to kind of introduce himself to the dad bod world. He hasn't done that yet as well. Introduce yourself real quick, Nole.
Well, I don't need no introduction because I'm the international boss player. I just come in and do what I do. But you all know me. I've been on, I think we did a episode not too long ago with your man 3-2. Been a little
Oh,
bit
yeah,
a
that
while
was
ago.
a minute ago.
So yeah, the people know me a little bit, but it's me, Nole Picante, the international boss player. I do a little bit of everything, acting, a little bit of comedy. Haven't touched the stage in a while, and I just love to travel and and just play the game. I just love enjoying life, having fun. Some people call me a ladies' man, but I don't never get in trouble with the ladies, so I'm good. I'm good to go.
Word up, word up. So real quick, I do want to say something, and I want to get this out the way. I want to give a moment of silence real quick for the boy PNB Rock. And I just found out about Jesse Powell like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, he died last night.
Yeah, that's crazy. Young black men out there. I want to give a moment of silence. Can we give about this 10 seconds? All right. So, that brought up my topic. Check thyself before you wreck thyself. What have you seen lately, Tia, that has been totally reckless? Who's been reckless out there in this world lately? Like, what's going on? Tell me something. I want some. Give me some bubble tea. Can I get some bubble tea today? Can I hear what's going on? Like, there's a couple of things that I was looking at that's been really interesting when you get deep is the Tiffany Haddish, Aries Spears, that lawsuit coming up. Have you dived into that any? Because it's getting real interesting.
Yeah, so it's to me like, all right, because it's kind of it's a little misunderstanding where it comes in like, okay, so where was the parents? Apparently, the child is a friend of Tiffany's. The child's mom is a friend of Tiffany's. So it was kind of like, I trust you with my kids, which is kind of the irony of the entire
the whole
skit,
thing,
right? Because it's like they're doing a skit of why you shouldn't trust, just leaving your kids with anyone.
Yeah.
And then you do, and
like
then you
I got
do
you. Like I got you, sis.
Right, and then you literally just like do some weird shit. It was. They totally missed the mark. I completely get the message because the message is very relevant and it's still relevant to this day.
It is,
but the mark was completely missed, and they really could have did it without the whole R. Kelly scene, the zooming in on the private parts. I literally want to throw up.
The oiling.
Yeah, it was. And I'm like, well, who signed off on this?
You all
Nickelodeon.
You all saw the whole thing from the beginning. I saw the whole thing.
I had to turn it off. I was sick. I
had to watch it because I do comedy and I'm a fan of comedy. I'm a student of comedy, and I've done sketches before, and I know exactly what the problem was. Like I can tell you right now what they needed.
All right, what they needed?
They needed an adult to play the child, like somebody like a Kevin Hart type.
So then we could have found the humor in it.
Yeah, it would have been because I pictured it in my mind. So if Kevin Hart had some little boy drawers on or little Duval, it would have been hilarious. Because when they I don't think some people say, oh man, I think it was just when you make art, especially comedy, sometimes you hit it and sometimes you don't. I've written scripts and done projects when I look at it edited, I'm like, oh, this isn't working. We got to cut this scene out or do something different because it just doesn't work. And I think they just made a mistake using a real young child because some parts of it, I said, okay, I see the way they're going. And then when I seen the way they closed up on the little boy, I'm like, this is creepy. I don't even want to look at it. But because I'm a student of comedy, I just want to see what the people see and how they got offended. So I won't make the same damn mistake because I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to mess up either. So
Yeah.
they would when they use the real kid, it's comedy and humor is supposed to be exaggeration of the truth. It's supposed to be exaggeration of the truth.
Yeah.
But if it looks too much like the truth, it becomes a drama and not comedy. It becomes like real, like, yo, this is some fucked up looking shit here. You're like, this ain't funny.
Right.
Exactly.
So you know, if they would have used an adult as a kid, then it would have been a little bit more. It could have generated some laughs. Especially, I picture Kevin Hart in. I said, okay, yeah, Kevin Hart acting like a little boy, acting stupid, talking back to his uncle.
Yeah, see, I'm glad you said that.
Hilarious. You know, that would have been hilarious, but
because I couldn't find the humor at all. So I'm glad you said that because that makes a lot more sense.
It looked like real instead of exaggerating. You know that.
Yeah, that actually looked like real homemade kitty.
Exactly. So now it's not funny because now it looks like really real.
For real.
It's an exaggeration.
Yeah. And the bathtub scene, I literally almost like I couldn't. But it was just. No.
But if you picture Lil Duval in some little Transformer drawers and Aries is nothing on him in the tub, you would be laughing your ass off.
Well, have you seen his other video with the one at the pool and they're like oiling each? It's a lot.
I don't think I saw that. I don't think.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that one was with a grown man, and it was still weird.
Yeah, you know, I heard somebody. I heard somebody this morning kind of saying the same thing as you, Nole. They was like, they should have used a little person, a grown little person, like, you know.
Like a midget?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that to be politically correct, but yeah, you know exactly what I was talking about. Little people. I don't want to get canceled on my first show back. So, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cancel culture is real, I tell you.
It's real, man. I'll have the Evans midgets from I'm going to get you sucked outside my front door like, I'm going to get you, man. You know, but I heard that suggested and that made sense. But like she said, that pool scene with the oil and thing, oh, man, that was, and then like he was looking through the paper with the two circles, like,
and then they play R. Kelly. It's just like it's just all wrong. It's just all wrong. And it's just like they use R. Kelly to imply like, okay, yeah, like we like little kids and stuff. So it's just like I don't know who said, "Hey, this is gonna kill him right here." This is gonna knock him dead.
This looks like a production that was it didn't have a lot of people involved in it.
It is really
if you had a bigger production with more people, I'm sure there's somebody would have stepped in and said, "Hey, y'all, this is looking kind of fucked up. We got to do something different here. Like, nah, this ain't gonna work." You know, I don't think they had enough. They may not have had enough creative input to say, "Hey, nah, it ain't working. It ain't working."
And you know what really is kind of, it's not funny, but it's kind of comical a little bit, is that for one, this actually had like got swept on the rug. It was all done, you know. They tried to sue a long time ago. It didn't hold up. But the only reason why this resurfaced is because he was talking shit about Lizzo.
So that brings up another point. That brings up another point. So cancel culture, but I'm gonna say this: he was wrong for blasting on her like that. Like, you know, when things are really, people are really sensitive.
Hey, I gotta say this. I'm glad you brought that up because I got a question that relates to Tia about this. But go ahead. I'm gonna ask it on the back end.
Tia, I'm glad you brought it up because the last person that talked junk about Lizzo, that dude gone. He passed away. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the high value guy. What's his name? What was his name? You know what I'm talking about. That crazy dude. That was, huh?
The one you say he passed away?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
He was
Are you talking about Kevin Samuels?
There you go. He was the last person that really talked junk about her. So I got a PSA. Don't talk junk about Lizzo. You either gonna get blackballed, you gonna have some case pop up, or you gonna die. That's now. But go ahead.
Hey, don't put your mouth on God's child now.
No, don't you do it. It's gonna come back to haunt you. For real. But I'm glad you said, because I was like, hold up, Kevin Samuels died right after he talked junk about Lizzo. And then here go Aries getting blackballed, you know, and railroaded.
And then Tiffany Haddish just got drugged right on in it. But they was trying to sue Tiffany Haddish before, but now that the little girl and her brother is older, the little girl is suing on behalf of her brother.
Okay. Yes. That's a money grab, but we'll that's whole money grab.
That's what they say, you know.
That's a money grab. Yeah. What was you gonna say, Nole?
Well, yeah, I wanted to. It just brings up a very interesting point. Like we here in the, I'm like I said, I'm a world traveler, international. One thing is, I've always been a big kid, big guy. Now I had spurts in time where I worked out really hard, eat really well, and you see me at my fit phase, Gritty. You see me at my big phase. I go up and down. I'm on the big
Oh,
side.
look,
I'm on
I
the
feel
big
you.
side of the spectrum right now. But I'm gonna get back down. I'm gonna get back, get it back or whatever. And I know when I travel internationally, wherever I go, I always lose like maybe 6 or 7 pounds within the week that I'm going. And I think it's just because better quality food, less ingredients. So it gives a question. One of the questions is, how hard should we be on, or can we be really difficult on people who are not slim if we got a food industry that's just really tainted? You know what I'm saying? Because for me, like I can lose weight, but keeping it off is a real struggle. And it's
Mm.
like, can we really, really, we talk about accountability, obviously you try to eat healthy as you can, but the reality is there's just some people, no matter what they do, they're just gonna always be on the plus size of things. They're just always gonna be a bigger frame, just hold more weight type of person. So how
Yeah.
hard should we be on people? And then the other question with Tia was specifically for you. Now, Ray, now, Gritty, your introduction was great, but you had all these fit guys with these abs and muscles and boxing. I need to see some big bellies in there. We talk about dad bod. Tia, do you have a preference when it comes to the male body? Are dad bods attracted to you, or do you want a fit chisel guy like Ghost, like Amari Hardwick? Is there anything specific that you like?
So honestly, I'm really into arms. So I like a guy with some big, strong arms because I love like really, nice hugs and to feel safe. Um, I'm not gonna say that I'm like against like the real small guys. I preferably don't want anyone smaller than me. And I'm a little on the thicker side. So I like some meat on my bones. So, I'll definitely like them on the more thicker, well done side of things.
Oh
Cool,
yeah.
cool, cool. But yeah, but what do you think about that, Gritty? I mean, like a lot of people, for some people, it's just hard. It's a
It
challenge.
is.
I think it
So,
comes to a point where you reach a plateau, right? I'll work out, I'll go strong for like a week, then I'll hurt for like a week, and then, and then I'll work out again for a week, and then you get to this plateau. You know, lost something, you're feeling a little better, your energy's up, you're doing your thing. But from my consensus, as you get older, I'm what, furniture, right? And they tell me, it's a little bit of the muscle and then a little bit of the fluff. A little bit of stomach say, hey, I'm still married. You know what I'm saying? They keep you married, right? The stomach. And then a little bit of muscle so they can still say, okay, I remember what I married now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a little bit of both. You know what I mean? So I think it's a perfect blend. And that's why I named the show that, right? The world is duality. You can't have truth without lies. You can't have positive without negative. Everything is duality. So I think the perfect blend of a male body is muscle and fluff at this point. I'm a little older, so I'm not gonna break
Muscle and
myself.
fluff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody is not gonna be, if we all were just the same size and all was just carbon copies of each other,
it
there's no
won't work.
fun in
Nah.
that.
It
Look,
won't work.
Biggie made it work. Biggie,
Yeah.
he had a cock eye and he was big. But he
Hey,
stayed fly. He
but you
stayed
got to be
fly though.
confident. You're right. It's
The
confidence is
confidence.
key. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Confidence
And
is really
Lizzo
key.
is definitely confident.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think that's what people, they don't like that. They don't like that she'll pop out with her two piece and her little booty out. Like, they don't like that.
Yeah, and see, Nole knows me. I always, and my wife knows me. I always have been uh privy to the bigger ladies. I like the bigger ladies. That means we can sit down, like, and then actually enjoy a meal. Like, you ain't gonna be picky over it or nothing like that. I want to see you smack on that food with me, and like we both be like catch the itis together a little bit, and like like we ain't running around there. I'm a high energy person, but I like a woman who got a little meat on her bones. Now, I've dated skinny ladies back in the day and whatnot, and that was cool. I was young, but as you get older as a man, I kind of like to have something to hold to. It's the same way, you know.
I like them all. I ain't gonna. I like them all because I think there's something you can do different with every person. So
Yeah.
I kind of like them all a little bit to try a little bit.
Yeah,
Everything
I
out.
feel
But
that.
just a different experience. That's all it is. But I'll
Yeah.
tell you something I read interesting yesterday because I was interested in reading this. Because overseas I get a lot of attention on my bigger side from a lot of women. And I still get attention and love here, but it feels like it's more stronger. And I don't know, maybe that's because they feel like I'm eating good and they about to eat good if they roll with me. It could be some situation like that. I don't know. But I was reading an article yesterday. It was very interesting about a woman who's really attracted to overweight guys. I'm like really, really big guys. And she was slick and she was dirty. She would go to a Weight Watchers meeting or some type of weight meeting so she could be around really heavy guys. And she's like, oh my God, I'm getting around all these heavy guys. Oh my God. So she hooked up with one of the guys, sat next to a guy, talked to him, went out for coffee. One thing led to another. They in an intimate relationship for a couple of months. And she was dirty. So while this guy she was with, he's actually losing weight. He's sticking to that program. He's losing weight, getting fit, getting healthier. She said, oh, I'm losing attraction. So she said, I got to fatten him back up. So she started bringing him chocolate, triple chocolate cakes and Krispy Kreme donuts and all type of fatty foods. And then,
oh man, that sounds good.
I know, right? And he was getting the loving and the good food, but the weight came back on. And then he's like, man, I got to leave. You just no good for me. You trying to set me up. I mean, that was messed up,
Well, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So therefore, hey, she knew where to go to, and he was like, "Oh man, he was scared of commitment." No, like that's what that was.
I might go to one of them, little, Weight Watcher meetings and see if I can find because she might be plotting. They might be plotting.
Diets don't work.
They might be plotting. I might need to go to them meetings and say, "Oh, I see a woman that's, don't look like she need to lose weight." I know what you here for. Yeah, you here. Yeah, you scoping out the game. That's what you doing. I'm about to.
So, Tia, tell me, have you heard anything? What's going on with my boys, man? My peoples. They like one of my favorite ratchet groups. See, I'm a real hip hop head. I produce, I write. I got a new song coming out next month with a legend. I ain't telling y'all yet, though. Y'all go see it. I'll premiere it right here on the show. But what's going on with my boy, the Migos? What's up with my Migos, man?
So there has not been any confirmation of why they broke up, but it is true that they have split. Offset is doing his own thing. Then you got the other two. I don't even know if you can call them the Migos anymore.
They like always will be the Migos.
I mean, I just feel like with the Migos, they gotta be all three. But Offset is doing his own thing, so he had his issues with P because they were still trying to make money off of him. And so he was like, nah, he ain't going for that. So he's suing them.
Yeah.
So I really love Migos, and I hate that they broke up.
They have the best ad-libs in the rap game. Mama. After every word, like on that new DJ Khaled joint, they go committed, litty. I be loving that. You know what I'm saying? That jail. But I guess the Migos, Migoed. They was like,
yeah, yeah, definitely. and they still haven't really like put out there what went wrong.
But people are reaching so much out there. They was trying to say Sweetie and all of that, and I was like,
they trying to say Sweetie and Offset got something going on. And I'm just like, they don't put Sweetie on everybody. I said at this point, she just making her way through QC. So
yeah, the whole quality control unit. Huh?
So I'm like, I don't know now.
Yeah. So I was like, man, what's going on with that?
Why do I always want? Every time I see her name, I want to call her Saudi or something. Why is that? Am I out playing tricks on me or something?
No, I'm gonna call her Saudi.
Why do I do that?
She's a McDonald's sponsor. She's a spokesperson for McDonald's.
I don't know why I always see her name. I want to pronounce it incorrectly. I don't know.
She got like her own
And
sandwich
it's
now and sauce, right?
Sweetie, but we just be calling her Sweetie, but it's
Yeah.
Sweetie. Yeah.
Sweetie.
Sweetie.
Sweetie. Where's she from? Georgia or something? Alabama or something?
I don't know where she's
they talk
from.
they talk different. We a different country up here. They country down there. Sweetie. You know.
Sweetie.
I mean, she's a very attractive woman.
Oh, yeah. She's very pretty.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, so all right, you said you interviewed quite a few people. Who would be your most influential interview? Who would you say like you interviewed and you was like, oh man, I can't believe that I am interviewing this person. Like, tell us about it.
Someone that I couldn't believe that I was interviewing.
Yeah.
Starstruck. That's what I think Grady's looking for.
Yeah, starstruck. Yeah, yeah.
I can't believe I'm
here.
Woo!
I made it.
So I mean, honestly, I can't really say that I've been starstruck, but I would have to say that my favorite interview would have to have been Sax. Shane, because literally everybody who knows me knows that Sax is literally my favorite character off Power. A lot of people ask me, why is he your favorite?
He was grimy.
I feel like he brings comedic relief to the show. And to me, without him on the show, it just wouldn't be funny. Like, to me, everything that I laugh about, he is literally hilarious to me. So when I reached out to him and he agreed to do the interview, I was really kind of like shocked. And he gave me his phone number. So we talked on the phone for like 3 hours the night before talking about Power. And it was just like the best thing ever. Because like we're literally like, because I normally talk about Power with my friends.
Yeah.
So like to sit here and like really like dive into it. Like we're sitting here talking about like fictional stuff on the phone for 3 hours. It was just amazing.
Oh yeah.
Shane is a great person, so I really enjoyed that interview, and he did give some gems in that interview. He was on his last $40, but yeah, he was on his last $40. That's all he had to his name when he got the call to audition. He had auditioned for Tommy. That was the role he originally auditioned for. And then he didn't think he was going to get it. He said he was literally putting the last $40 in his gas tank. He was in New York. He had a family. He really didn't know what he was going to do. And then he got the call that he got the part, but they wanted to cast him for Cooper Sax. So I was just like, wow. I said, you definitely have a really great story. He's just a great guy all around. And I'm really glad that he's, still kicking it. He's literally the oldest, the longest running character on the show. And he's the only character that has been on every single episode. No other character on the show has been on every.
I can see that. Yeah, he was there from the
beginning. Yeah. And they always find a way to fit him in there. That last $40 really paid off, didn't it? Get that gas.
It did.
Yeah, he went in there hungry.
He's my favorite. So shout out to Shane.
Shout out.
We got to talk more because I'll be having debates with people about Power and what's going to happen next. Me and Gritty. We have an argument.
I am a power connoisseur. Like literally, like all things Power. Like I'm your girl.
I'm gonna ask you this one question. I don't want just dwell on Power, but I want to ask you this. I want to get your opinion on this. There's a lot of people speculating out
He's
there.
dead.
I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. But you believe you feel like he's dead.
So you're saying he was that calculated to write that letter to Tariq and he knew he was going to go to jail?
So Ghost was he was smart. He was always steps ahead of everybody. So and he had already written that because he knew Tariq had already chose his plan. He had already chose his lifestyle. So Ghost knew that eventually I knew you would end up here, little nigga.
I want to tell you my position, what I believe, and my heart, and maybe because it's more desire than anything. I believe he planned his death. He faked the death. I believe he knew somebody was coming to get him, but I think he believed it was Tasha coming to kill him as opposed to Tariq. Because if you notice the last scene right before he died or got shot, he's standing there in his club, in a dark club by himself on his balcony, just waiting. It's like he was waiting. He knew somebody was coming. It's like, yo, why would
Well,
everybody
that was
leave?
more for the aesthetic, you know.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. But I
But
just
here's what's
feel like he felt like Tasha was coming, and he said, you know, he really
Here we
stuck,
go.
he stuck it to Tasha, you know, in the, you know, with the paperwork. And
yeah, look, this is probably like, because I had did a poll, like this is probably one of my top 3 most annoying TV debates ever in history of ever. Like literally, it makes my skin crawl. I was like, y'all, we saw him die. We saw him take his last breath in Tommy's arm. We watched it. He fell from a balcony. He took one to the chest. What Therese say? The nigga dead. He did.
You know,
So what Tommy do? Give him mouth to mouth resuscitation, bring him back, and then roll him
The
out
man
of there.
was bleeding from his mouth, and he died in Tommy's. We watched him die. But look, 50 Cent. Now you know that man. That's a troll right there. 50 Cent has even said this. He is dead. Amari has said, "I am dead." Courtney, I am dead. So do y'all really think the man is alive just because y'all said he is?
Hey, if the demand is strong enough, they can write them back. You know,
I mean, but then I feel
back,
like it would take away from Power, because then now we're in the Young and the Restless, and like I ain't watching Power to be a soap opera.
So, okay, now you said something about writing back in. So with Raising Kanan, when is Kanan going to meet Ghost at some point? Because you know they was close.
Yeah, they're gonna meet in later seasons. Right now, Tommy and Ghost are in elementary school. Yeah, Kanan was little. He was a lot older than Tommy and Ghost.
He didn't seem like it.
I thought he had him by like 5 or 6 years from my calculation.
So right now, Kanan is in junior high, and Tommy and Ghost are in elementary. Courtney talked about this in one of her interviews. I think it was with Deadline. She said that you won't meet Tommy and Ghost right now. Like,
okay.
You gotta go through the process, the storyline. Because I'm ready to meet what's his name? Yes, Breeze. Yeah.
A lot of people were saying that you know, that Rock,
the rapper.
No, not him. The Rock's boo, the light skinned guy. What was his name?
You talking about Famous?
No, Symphony. A lot of people were saying they thought Symphony might have been Breeze for whatever reason. I don't know.
We'll see.
That's interesting. But Raising Kanan, I like that because it take me back to the old days of riding around New York with my granddaddy. I remember those days, being in the limousine in Manhattan with my grandfather, hanging out the top of it. Like, yo, this is New York in the 80s. You know,
I'm like 4 episodes. I'm actually really behind on the second season of Raising Kanan. I've only seen the first one because I've just been so busy. But I literally said yesterday I need to sit down. I was like, let me just start over and catch up. I think that they're on like 5 now or 6.
Yeah,
5 will be coming up this weekend episode.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
okay,
we're on 4.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm completely. I need to catch up, but I'm gonna catch up.
I'm a fan of Raising Kanan. It's just
I like Raising Kanan.
It's dope. Like Joey Badass, he like did an awesome job. Awesome.
Yeah.
Like Joey Badass is probably one of my favorite young up and coming. He ain't even young and up and coming no more. It's like he's there. But I remember when he was like that skateboarder, backpack rapper, because I heard about him through Buckshot and those guys from Duck Down Records. They kind of groomed him. He from Brooklyn. So when I was listening to the music, I was like, "Who this little young cat spitting that boom bap?" And it was Joey Badass. But to see his growth from a kid, from that skateboarder, backpack rapper to now, man, I'm really like, I'm happy to see him in that role. Like he worked that role. I mean, with the 5% knowledge being thrown out there, you know, your knowledge yourself. He really embraced that with the gold chains, and man, it just brought me back a little bit of seeing that as a kid myself, you know. So he really did a good job in that. And he played grimy well too. He played real grimy very well, like very Brooklyn. Good job, Joey Badass. Good job.
Good job.
But
it's Tommy's show that I had a hard time getting into. I had to force myself.
Yeah, I kind of felt
Yeah.
like that too. Like the first episode was there, and then like I lost it on that second episode. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even make it past
Yeah.
the second episode. I was ready for Raising Canyon. I was like, oh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Ghost is my favorite spinoff though.
Ghost with
Yeah.
Tyreek, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
Mhm.
what? I really like that. It had a lot of spins in there. Do you think Tommy is dead?
Who?
Tommy.
Tommy? No, we know
Yeah.
he's not dead.
Okay. So when
So
they
we
did the
know
car
we
crash,
know that they faked it. Yeah, we
okay,
knew that they
okay.
faked
Oh,
that.
that's
Yeah.
how he went to. That's how he went to.
Yeah,
To the
yeah.
other
That
one.
was
Okay, yeah.
that was their
I got you
plan.
now.
That was
I got you.
Tariq's and them
Yeah,
plan to save Tasha because
yeah,
he was going off Tasha for snitching on her.
yeah.
So
In the
Tariq was just
graveyard.
right.
Yeah,
So Tariq was just
yeah,
like, all right, we're gonna fake your death so we can get you away from the police. But
yeah.
Sax isn't dumb. So
Do
I
you
think Sax is gonna.
Do you think that dude? What was that dude name? Because you know, in the other season they had Hefe. So in Ghost, in
Felipe
in this,
Lobos.
yeah, Lobos, right?
Lobos. I love Lobos. He's so funny.
I always thought
Yeah.
they were going to bring him back like later seasons and stuff like.
But he died.
Yeah, I just thought I don't know. I was just when I was watching, I thought some way they was going to.
Man, they put a bullet. They put a couple bullets
Yeah.
into him.
Oh yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Oh man. So there's a lot. So are they gonna
But
bring
Ghost?
that episode? That series back? Do you think or?
Which series? Ghost?
Yeah, Ghost. Mhm.
Yeah, Ghost.
Yeah,
Ghost
it's coming back.
returns. It comes back in. It comes back
Yeah.
after BMF starts, so they should be coming back at the towards the end of November.
Yeah, they're coming back. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got the cast already.
They're in filming, so they should be about done with that. But I think when you said bringing Ghost back, I do feel like they can bring Ghost back, but not as a live character because it just literally just doesn't. It does because think about it. If Ghost wasn't dead, it literally blows up all the spinoffs because the spinoff Ghost is literally a continuation of Ghost being dead. Well, Ghost never dies. He lives in Tariq now.
I did think they were going to show him as a ghost, like they were showing 50 Cent as a ghost to Tariq. So that's why I was like, I can live with that if they brought him back as a spirit.
Yeah,
like
but he's completely done with the Power franchise, so that's why they didn't even use his voice to read the letter. Because typically, you know, they would have a voice, they would have him do his voice, read the letter, but that's why it was written to, you know, because he's completely like Amari himself is done with the show.
I think him as an actor, I don't know this personally, but he's probably starting to feel like he's being typecasted now because he's played a thug gangster just about in everything he's been in, like from Gridiron Gang and what's the other one? Next Day Air. Like he plays a great gangster. Like
it took him too long to get a check. That's what happened.
Well, he's in a new Netflix series where he's not playing a gangster. I cannot think of the name of it. Jesus. But his daughter, he's a father, and he's definitely not playing a gangster. It's actually really good.
You know,
it's on Netflix.
I'm gonna say this for all the dark skinned brothers out there. He make it hard for us. He make it hard for us. You light skinned with tattoos, dude. You make it hard for us when we in the house, man.
And he got the muscles.
You had to bring that up too, right? You had to bring that up. He killed this brothers out there for a minute. We had flashbacks, man.
It's the orange for me.
See? Hey, you're gonna have everybody out there doing crunches,
doing curls
out
every day.
Curls, yeah, every day. Had nothing but arms. Chest don't look like nothing. The arms like this.
I'm like, hey man, pass me that drink over there. I can't do it, man.
I can't do it. Your arms walking around like a dinosaur because you curl too much. Hey man, brown skin brothers are back. Brown skin brothers are back, man. You're part of the light skin gang, no lay. You're part of the light skin gang, no lay.
He look caramel.
Nah, I'm caramel.
Yeah, I'm about to say he look caramel.
Like
see, that's he in between, but I definitely like him chocolate, like chocolate. Yeah.
Hey man. All right, Idris messed it up for us too for the Brown brothers. He made us have to go out and get leg extensions You got to be tall and black now, right? But
Tall, dark, and handsome.
yeah, people are actually doing it. Have y'all seen that? Like getting leg
Knee
extensions, like
implants and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
like they,
yeah,
like they,
no.
man. I'm like, really? You are not going to go out there and play basketball now? Because
Kevin Hart, I just went to go see his recent stand-up, and he did touch on that. He was like, people are getting their knees done, but they don't get their arms done. He was like, so
yeah,
now you he said, so now you can't even go in your pocket. You got this long torso with your
you
arms,
gotta
like
do like this.
right, you got a little T-Rex on. So I was just like, that was pretty funny, but yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's funny. That is funny, yo. Hey, let's see here. Oh, so this is the and we almost up on the hour. So I got one thing that I wanted to do because this is the Dad Bod podcast. One of the things that we do uh today is what was it? Check thyself before you wreck thyself, right? Self accountability,
Mhm.
all kinds of different things. And we know that it's a violent world out there, but one things that dads do, dad bods and men alike, they like to protect their home. So I wanted to bring up something for the dudes to get out the gossip just a little bit. Today we're going to do the gun of the day, the firearm of the day.
You know
We're
what? I was
firearm
just about
holders.
to say that because we're talking about power and guns and shooting. I said this would be perfect talking about firearm.
Yeah. So today's firearm. Do you pack, Tia? Have you gotten your concealed carry as a young black woman? I feel like you should get your concealed carry. Keep your nice little piece in the thing. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying.
So I actually have a gun phobia. So I'm
Okay.
trying to get over it. I said maybe if someone takes me to the gun range and let me shoot one, maybe, but I really don't even want to hold one. So I feel like if I'm gonna own a gun, I shouldn't be afraid of it.
Oh yeah.
So I just
Oh
feel
yeah.
like I'm just gonna kill myself with it on
You
accident.
know what?
Like
I treat it just like you would treat a knife or a butcher knife, which I know you had to use a
now
knife.
I do have a knife, taser,
Okay.
and mace.
Oh
So
yeah.
I think
Them new tasers are the truth, yo. You hit somebody
I
with
think
that, they
you'll
gonna
be all
fly.
right because you know how to hold a knife to make sure you don't stick yourself. I look
Yeah.
at it the same way with a firearm. You just
I'm
keep
just
it.
I'm just afraid of them. I don't know. I've always been that way. So maybe one
Okay.
day. But I did tell myself I want to at least get the conceal and take the class. And if I can just go to a range, I might
You know what?
feel
You
comfortable.
might after a few times you might love it. You might fall in love. You never know.
Yeah. Well, whenever I do get one, I want a nice pink Glock.
A pink Glock.
They got plenty of them
Okay.
out there. They
Oh
got
yeah.
plenty of them.
But you knew exactly. She said Glock. That's a good brand. Glock is a good brand. You can't really
He's
go
saying it because
too.
I got
And
quite a
it
bit
gotta
of
be pink. It's my favorite color.
Pink.
them.
Okay. Then you be out there like Thugger waving your pink gun. Thugger was out there waving his gun. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? He had the pink gun and he was like, yeah.
Right.
I
Soldier
was
Boy
like,
had a
what?
pink gun too.
Oh man. I guess they say you're manly with pink. It
Man.
wasn't pink. No, they didn't have pink guns. They
It
had
was like purple. It's
salmon.
like a
They
oh
they
yeah.
had salmon color.
Yeah, it was like a pinkish purple. But hey, real men can pull it off, I guess.
I got one pink shirt, But no, get into your firearm of the day. Tell us
Firearm
what.
of the day. And this is crazy because this is one of our first firearms of the day. And I was, naturally I think I should go for something subtle. But I said, damn being subtle. Let's go all out. Damn that. So firearm of the day is by the FN manufacturer. It is the FNX 45 Tactical. Now, the reason why I chose this as firearm of the day is because this is a great, great home defense firearm. Maybe not something you want to carry out with you, but nevertheless, let me go with some details about this firearm here.
What? Tell us about it.
It shoots 45 caliber rounds. Now that's a much heavier round, as you know, Ray, and some people out there know about firearms. If you hit somebody with this right here, yeah, they're going to probably be dead if they don't have a bulletproof vest on. So it has a lot of power. But the interesting thing I liked about this firearm, particularly for firearm of the day, is that a standard magazine holds 15 rounds, which you don't find many handguns,
Oh man.
firearms, and 45 caliber holding 15 rounds. That's quite a bit of rounds for a 45 or any firearm at that. Most 1911 classical traditional 45s maybe hold 7 to 8 rounds, 7 to 8 bullets, but this one holds 15. The other thing I like about this firearm, it has so many different uh, features and upgrades you can make to the firearm. They
Man,
have
does it have self-driving?
no, it doesn't have self-driving, but if you pull it out, somebody's going to be driving away. Trust me on that. They're going to be self-driving themselves down the street because they know, like, hey, we made a bad decision coming in this person's house. But like I said, it
Oh yeah.
has one thing I like about it is chambered 45, 15 round magazine, but you can get an extended magazine that holds 20 rounds. And since I don't look at it as a concealed carry firearm, which you could, but it's probably not that practical because of the size. You could easily put in a 20 round magazine in there. Definitely has a racking system for a light laser, also for red dot. Traditionally, a lot of people put that combination on there. And I actually went to a gun store locally, which has a great selection. I actually held a few of them, and they are not that heavy in terms of the build. I think they're actually polymer as well, same type of frame that Glock uses. So even though it's a bigger gun, it's not that heavy, in terms of weight compared to a lot of other firearms chambered in 45. So yeah, it's definitely lightweight, holds a lot of rounds, a very powerful, deadly bullet. I think an excellent choice for home defense. So that's my firearm of the day, FN 45 Tactical. Now it does
Awesome.
the MSRP. It is a little bit pricey.
How much
Particularly,
is it?
I like firearms between $300 and $600, but this one is about $1,300.
You know, man, $1,300, man. I'd rather just go ahead and get me a bazooka. But yeah, 1,300. I think for FN, the FN models of firearms, they're supreme firearms. Like they're durable. You know what I mean? They're reliable. They ain't gonna jam up on you in a tight situation. But for home protection, I think it's very important if somebody bust up in your house while you trying to get your Z's on. You have your little piece there. They won't ever bust in nobody else's house. And like having like ring and stuff like that, I see the reports out there. People are doing that. So please, people, stay safe out there. And if you are having a firearm, do it the right way. Take some training if you don't have any training. Really do your research and be safe. Just overall be safe, And, that's coming from a fellow U.S. Army veteran. I believe, in it. It saved my life before. So, hey,
Thank you for
as
your
long as
service.
hey, no problem, no problem. Actually, being in the military saved my life. I tell people that all the time. Being in the military, I was a knucklehead. I had some friends get shot up in downtown Durham actually back in like 99. In the week that I went to basic training, I think thank God for ordering my steps because I would have been in that car with them. We used to ride around in a little Ford Festiva. You know how small those little cars are.
Hmm.
I would have been in the car with him. So, hey, the army is as oxy as more rhinish as that sounds. It saved my life. So, hey, I'm thankful for that. Thank you
So,
for recognizing that.
but
What's up?
I had a question. I want to get you all's opinion. So since we just touched on firearms, obviously there's big debates right now going on in the United States with government about firearms, rifles, quote unquote, assault rifles. What are you all's thoughts about this? Me personally, I I I'm an advocate for more guns because I feel like most criminals are going to try to commit crime or try to do a shooting where there's less visible armed security. And I really feel like there's a lot of businesses and institutions and places where a lot of people go where they don't have enough armed security, particularly our schools and our religious institutions. Even though it might seem contrary to the culture, I think we really need. There's a lot of different businesses and institutions where a lot of people frequent. They just need more protection, and that's been my position. But what do you all think about assault weapons ban, right? Semi-automatic rifles bans. It's a big controversy right now.
So I agree with you as far as like, having the guns, because regardless if they ban or they try to take guns away, criminals aren't looking to get legal guns anyway. So they're going to get them how they want. But I do agree on the assault rifle ban only because to civilians, I don't see the point of why you need an AR-15 as a civilian. I mean, I can see why, military or tactical teams would need them, but like, what does a civilian need with the AR-15 semi-automatic weapon?
I'm gonna be real. I see your point of view, but as somebody that is former military, right? I've been trained to use that weapon. That might be the only one I feel comfortable with. Now, I understand like some civilians or whatever, but for me, for home defense, that's what you go get with me. That's how I feel. Like if like some people might pull a pistol, I might just pull that. There's no difference in the type of they both shoot bullets to me, right? That's how I look at it. But the thing is that those weapons, it's not the weapon, and it's the people.
And they're used for terrible events.
Yeah, they use handguns for terrible events as well, with those long extendo clips on there. I think that, how can I put this? I've been wanting to say something about this. So those assault rifles, they were actually more powerful when they first came out. And they came out in like the early 1900s. Same assault rifle that people use now. It's just the same. It's the same one. They're actually weaker than the ones that they used to have. So I think because things are being more publicized, there's a agenda behind certain things, and it's all going together to create this feeling like, oh, we got to get them away. When they all in all, they've been around here the whole time. People have always had them since the early 1900s. Civilians. So
I just feel like, well, even if they are going to keep guns, they should be more stricter on how people are getting guns, because the young man who did the shooting at Robb Elementary, he legally purchased the gun, but he also was type A crazy. So it's just like, how do you just get to walk into a store and just buy a gun, but you're also on social media saying that you're about to commit crimes? So it's just like, where's the due diligence of like who can buy these weapons? But I mean, I feel like it's still really not going to be a fix, because again, like I said, if they want to get it, they're going to get it. So
and I think the government should do more to go after maybe those who are licensed or unlicensed who are trafficking firearms, no matter what type of firearms, to people who shouldn't have them, because there's definitely an illegal market out there of people who are selling.
What happens if they're the ones actually trafficking it? Fight the power.
We talking about what the government's involved in the.
Man, the government is involved in everything.
I mean, there's definitely been a lot of theories, and you've seen that in a lot of movies as well, where that ideology comes into play, where a lot of the
there's crooked people in every yeah.
If you ask all these super kingpins like Sosai and Manuel Noriega and
they got police on their payroll.
They will tell you that the CIA, hope they don't, all of them guys, they admitted like, hey, they were involved in us getting this into America, so I don't want to hear the bull crap. So I'm just saying, and it's documented proof that the drugs just don't get here from Colombia through by way of banana boat. Like we have banana planes that some stuff come out on, and I mean it's documented proof. So all I'm saying is, tomato.
You
You know what I mean?
a lot of people, Tia, have your point where you said you don't see what would be the use of the semi-automatic rifle for civilians to own. And I can kind of see that. Me personally, I do have a semi-automatic rifle, but it's funny, that wasn't the first firearm I purchased. I purchased a few others that wasn't even semi-automatic. And I think what happened with me is I just became a fan and enthusiast of different type of firearms. So I think a lot of people now, some people get them for self-defense, but then there's a lot of people who just love to shoot. They just want to go out
Mhm.
there, out in the country and just let it rip. And
Mhm.
I think a lot of people, have just, now that there's a lot of people who own them, it's just entertainment now. They just want to go out and shoot things and have fun with it. So it's kind of weird though, because
Yeah.
it's just weird, because like me personally, I didn't buy it. First thing I bought was a shotgun, just for home defense. But I went and bought that. It's like I kind of want one. I just want to go shoot it, have fun with it. So I think a lot of people have that ideology too.
It's a hobby for, believe it or not, I believe it's more of a hobby for the ones who really collect them and understand them and respect it. It's more of a hobby. So some people may build model cars, but I know dudes like cool dudes you would never even believe. Their hobby is to just go out and go shooting, go to a range, work on sport. There's sport behind it, like speed shooting and things of that nature. I have a few family members. One of them have their own range. The other one has their own school where they teach people how to respectfully use and educate them on that. And one of them is actually the one that actually owns the school and the range. She's a black woman. That's my cousin, Tasha. I know you out there. I'm gonna pub you. Everybody check out Tasha Anderson, her husband's range. If you want to know more about it, just get at me and I can link y'all up. So, but yeah.
And I was gonna say also, I guess we as people, or at least me myself, the more you tell me I shouldn't or can't have something, the more I don't have it. I mean, that could be a part of it too. So maybe I don't need it, but you said you
You're a
should have.
rebel.
I think a lot of people are deep down. They just want to like, I can't have it. Why? It's there. Let me have it.
And
So
what you say? They got it. They got it.
yeah,
Why can't I
exactly.
have
So I
it?
think that's probably a little bit of it too. I mean, well, at least with me, somebody
Yeah.
tell me I can't have something like, shit, I gotta have it. You gotta have it because something special about it,
Yeah.
whatever.
So Tia, anything new coming out that you got anything exclusive for us, Tia, that you want to release today? Do you know anything exclusive, any new music that I need to go ahead and get ready to pre-download or anything like that? I've been fiending for something like new entertainingly, like I don't know, something fresh,
Well, Ray J, Bobby Valentino, Sammy, and Pleasure P have a new R&B group called RSVP.
Wow.
What? Hold up, Pleasure P.
Yes, Pleasure P,
Oh
Ray
snap!
J, Sammy, and who did I say? Ray J is the R, Sammy is the S, V is Bobby Valentino, and P Pleasure P. So yes, their R&B group is called RSVP, and they're about to drop their album coming soon. So I
Oh
will
man,
be,
that's got to be dope. That's gonna be dope.
yeah. So we're
A
gonna
little ratchet.
see.
A little ratchet. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they preview their single that they're gonna be releasing. So I do blog about it on my blog on Instagram. So make sure you guys follow me and keep up with I keep up with a lot of things on Instagram more than I do on Facebook because Facebook likes to
Yeah.
censor and
Oh
block
yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
aggravating. So if
And
you
they're the
want
same company.
it right, but I post everything on Instagram, so definitely follow me on Instagram. It's just Tea with Tia.
Yep.
But yeah, I
Like
think that's
this.
just yes,
That's it right there.
yes,
Follow her,
yes,
y'all. I like her. I like her Instagram. She be
yeah.
dishing it out. But real quick, I'm gonna put this out there. Ray J, you're not the original Ray J. I'm the original Ray J. My dad is named Raymond, and they used to call me Ray J. some of my family used to call me Ray J before you. I'm older than you, so I'm the original Ray J. So I can
And
bestow
the
that upon you, Ray J.
OG.
I'm the OG of the Ray
Man,
J's.
man, they be like Trey Songz talking about he's Mr. Steal Your Girl. I said, it's Ray J. Ray J done stole everybody girl. He
Hey, Ray
really
J
is a
said
boss player.
he hit it
Still,
first.
man, he steal
Yeah.
everybody girl, man. I'm like, man, that dude is amazing. And he be, I ain't, there's some,
Hey,
people, I don't know what it is about that dude, but he be taking everybody one.
But Ray J say he hit it first, but no, actually Nick Cannon hit it first.
Nick
But, you
Cannon,
know.
he most certainly did. Nick Cannon did. Nick
Yeah,
Cannon said that for real though.
he didn't hit it the best though, because Ray J had a whole exclusive.
Ray
see,
J making million. If you know they had their drama
Yeah.
right now with the mixtape. Not the mixtape, but the sex tape scandal.
Yeah.
So.
Yo, so look, real quick though. Yo, don't be messing with them Kardashians. They drive you nuts. They got some stuff behind that. Like their mother signed off on the contract. Ray J pulled it up
Kris
on the
Jenner
text.
was the original. She was the original pimp. Yeah,
Yo,
she's the original pimp.
She was pimping like she
But
signed off on
they
the business
made
contract.
a bag. I was like, you say what you want about them Kardashians, but they know how to get to the bag. And at the end of the day,
but Ray J know how to capitalize because now he got RSVP. That's
and he's suing them for defamation of character. So,
hey, Ray J, can I get a scooty bike?
He know how to get to the bag too. Yeah,
I want one of them. I still want one of them scooty bikes. I think probably one of my favorite episodes was with Love and Hip Hop was when Soulja Boy and Ray J had the earpiece in Safari's ear.
He trying to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
that joke was funny. That joke was funny. Like, yo, that's some real stuff right there. But like, I admire Ray J a lot on his entrepreneur spirit. It reminds me a lot of myself. Not only because
he's definitely getting the bag.
He's getting the bag. I need to get that bag too. I'm getting there with some consistency, but I'm always switching up different hustles.
He's a marketing genius.
You can ask him.
After I think it was the BET Awards, he had everybody. He brought Cup of Noodles back. Like they even signed a deal with him. Like he's eating Cup of Noodles at the awards. Like he's.
Hey.
And I went, and ever since then, I've been killing them things. Like on certain days when I don't feel like really like buying lunch, I go get me some Cup of Noodles. I was like, Ray J, man.
Hey, I think T-Pain had some noodles out too. He had some noodles that wasn't deep fried. He had the healthy oodles and noodles, from what I had seen. But it didn't do like Cup of Noodles though. Cup of Noodles is that joint. Like when you back in the day when I worked in the call center, them Cup of Noodles be sitting at my desk talking to customers, slurping, like putting them on mute, like just trying to slurp that. And then look, why you always take the fork and try to get that last piece, that last piece of carrot? You try to sprinkle that little carrot out.
I get it.
And look, be hitting the side of it, trying to make it knock down, like knock that little piece of vegetable down. You know what I'm saying? I used to do all of that. Yeah, I love Cup of Noodles. You know, hey. So again, give them. We gonna wrap it up, and real quick though, what we've been talking about, yeah, it's all entertainment and everything. You heard some people that we talked about had some self accountability. You heard some people that we talked about that didn't have any self accountability, right? But the moral of the story is out there, don't get caught up on those stupid tapes. You need to have some accountability. You need to look at what the script is about. Before you go into it, read that script. Read. Have some accountability. Know that, check thyself before you wreck thyself. You know what I'm saying? That's what today's show is about. It's just the word. I ain't going to be starting to preach and get on my soapbox. But it's something to think about for today. You know what I'm saying? Take all these situations we talked about and look look where it's at. Ray J had a self-accountability of knowing, like, I need to market on this while I'm hot right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he make those things. Kris Jenner, even though she made them sign the contract, so she couldn't be like, hey, y'all know what y'all did. Y'all signed the contract. We signed the contract. So it's all these kinds of things going on. Hey, Nole, you want to leave out with something too? And I'm going to let you leave out to you with something, leave your math on there, and then we'll take it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say, rest in peace of Jesse Powell and PNB. In peace to their families and blessings.
Facts.
I know there's some tough times for them. And I'm not that very sure about the PNB situation. I think stuff is coming out. But people, please just just be aware of your surroundings, stay safe, be careful. There's a lot of people out there who, if you are doing well, there's a lot of people who aren't doing well. So just be aware of your surroundings. Try not to make yourself, a target for something, violence or anything like that, and just try to stay safe out there. A lot of people going through some economic hard times. Just keep your head up. Try to eat healthy, and just stay blessed, and much peace to everyone out there who's viewing us today. And appreciate the love.
Awesome, Tia.
So, yes, I would definitely like to say, thank you for having me. I definitely had a great time. I enjoyed the conversation. And just to piggyback on what you said, just prayers to the families, because for us,
Oh yeah.
especially bloggers, to us, it just might be another story or just something, some content to get out to our consumers. But to someone that is somebody's family, their brother, son, so definitely hearts out to them. Yeah, again, just thank you for having me. You guys can find me on all social media platforms. I can be found at Tea with Tia on Instagram and Facebook. Unfortunately, my Twitter and TikTok got taken, so I have an underscore now. So it's underscore Tea with Tia on Twitter and TikTok. You can find me there. So yeah, thank you so much again for having me. It was definitely a blast. Thank you.
No problem, Tia. I hope this is the first of many. Like I said, the Dad Bod Podcast is back, my people. All right. This is just the start. We got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff, little trinkets to give you, a lot of things to give you guys, a lot of love. I want to put love in the atmosphere to all the people out there, because we need more love. That's the problem with a lot going on right now. If you really break it down, we're all related. We got one gene in us that's all alike. So guess what? That means we family. And that's how I'm going to look at you. You're a dad bod too. Everybody's a dad bod, believe it or not. So, check out the website. Go to dadbodpc.com, dadbodpc.com. Check it out. It's more older shows on there than some of the earlier shows on there. Check those shows out and kind of catch up to this new era that we got going on. You got any suggestions, or if you want to be on the show, just hit me up. You can reach out to me right from the website. Hit that contact button up there. All that good stuff. Subscribe on YouTube. I'm trying to build a YouTube. I don't have that many subscribers or followers on Instagram. Instagram was down yesterday for me. I don't know about anybody else. It kept crashing. But follow me. I'm building it up. I want y'all to share this content. I got more new stuff coming for y'all. Also, make sure you get you some t-shirts, all that good stuff. Hey, and we out today. We out. You know what I mean? We out. And it's Audi 5000. Peace and love again. My blessings to the PNB Rock family and Jesse Powell's family. Much love to you guys. My hearts and my prayers are out to y'all. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? So, peace and love. We out, y'all.
All right. Thank you.
No problemo.